people to come in. I got something to try tonight. And I want to do it on camera. I wonder how many. We'll just give it a few more minutes. Yes, Tim, I got my hair did. I got it done sometime last week. Finally. Wait for some people to come in here, man. I want to try something on stream here. Something that I have not tried yet, and I've seen it in a store. Oh, and guess what? It is cold here in Oklahoma. It's rainy. They're talking about snow. It's April. It's supposed to be spring. But it's hoodie Jason weather. Am I going to streak Target? No. But I'm actually in a different Target parking lot. Because after my stream tonight, I am going to Cracker Barrel. I want meatloaf. Oh, something got on this shirt. Yeah, there's some people that are in UDM's live right now. I was in UDM's for a little bit and chatting it up. There was this guy in there talking about how he made $200 in 2 hours, $100 an hour in Lincoln, Nebraska on a football night. But I worked Lincoln for 4 days. I don't see how that was possible on Uber Eats. Yeah, Tim, he was live. He is. I was over there shooting it up for a little bit. I'm sure Lisa will be on here whenever he's gone. Or done. Not gone. Done. It's hard to keep up with everybody that's live. Like, I got Devious Dasher, Dashing Womble, they're live right now. And then here I am going live. Shows that I got 3 people now, 4 people. I know you will not be going live. You need to sometime though. Maybe we ought to do something on a night. You go live and me being on there too or something, or vice versa. However, I can't figure all that out. But when I do come to St. Louis, I'm going to have you show me a few things. Well, I dropped one. There's dropped 2. Now there's 2 people in here. 4 people. Here in just a few minutes, I want to try something. This time of night you have a hard time keeping your eyes open. Well, you're an old man and you're used to being home and not working much. You know, I did today. Most of it was on Uber Eats. Now, there was some good on DoorDash. But Uber Eats actually made me more today. But I did $159.59 today. And it was 80-something dollars on Uber Eats and 70-something on DoorDash. I've got 7 people watching. Well, everybody that's here, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. So, beat you by $3. Yeah, I was cranking them out there, Tim. I was really cranking them out today. Well, thank you, Lulu. I'm going to try something today, or try something right now, that I have not tried yet. I've seen it in the store. This is not sponsored. I have not tried these. It's Doritos Late Night Loaded Taco. Everybody that knows me knows that I love tacos. Be right back. Going to Jesus Chicken. Josh, what's the Jesus Chicken for you? But yeah, these right here. I have not tried them yet. This is my first time, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it on YouTube. What do you mean, am I legal? Legal what? Yes, the loaded taco Doritos. Right there. I'm going to try one for the first time. Probably going to taste like throw up. Well, if I puke on stream, then you'll know. I've opened the bag. There they are. Let's try one of these. This is a watching J Twist get fat moment right here. But there it is. That's actually not half bad. All right, there we go. I don't mind anybody being in chat, but talk like you got some sense. I do have moderators, Will. That's actually pretty good. Lulu, that's actually really good. I'm not going to sit here and eat the whole bag on stream. I'm not a big Pringles fan. I think the only Pringles chips that I've liked that I found was the pizza ones. But yeah, for some of my moderators that are in here, if people are talking like they ain't got no sense, just ask them. Next week, I need to try the one chip challenge. Tim, I have done the one chip challenge. And let me tell you, I was still able to keep a straight face. But I like hot things. Those aren't hot, though. Those loaded taco chips are not hot. I think that would be better to dip into some salsa, though. We didn't see it on YouTube, so it doesn't count. You know what, Josh? You've been... there you go. I'll make it to where nobody can ask you. Tulsa is salsa capital. Yeah, the taco truck I go to, there's they got some really good salsa. It's very, very hot though, so, but I like it. I don't know about the salsa capital, but I do need to turn my heat down a little bit. Has everybody done y'all's taxes? I did mine. Uh-oh. Hey, Lisa. I just tried one of them late night taco Doritos. They're actually pretty good. You have it, Josh? Yeah, oh, sadly. You'll file an extension this week. Yeah, Hey, Lisa, I did make him a moderator too. I think I think everybody that has been in my life for quite a while, you know, like you, Josh, Tim, all y'all, definitely wrenches. For gig workers that haven't checked out tiptoptaxes.com. Lisa, if they get out of line, you just tell me. I will time them out for 5 seconds. You can't time out Lisa. No. I don't think I've got any managing moderators. And that is going to be something that I'm going to want to look into and discuss. How did y'all do this week? Oh, Lisa, I know Josh. Josh is Josh. Hey, Sue. How are you doing? Yeah, I was over on UDM's channel earlier, for those that weren't, but there was this guy, he was talking some real big game about Uber Eats in Lincoln, and I was not buying none of it. I mean, I worked in Lincoln on Uber Eats for 4 days. I know 4 days ain't nothing, but there is no way Uber Eats alone that you can make $100 an hour in that city. In fact, Uber Eats really was garbage. Oh gosh. Everything I took on Uber Eats was garbage up until the last day that I was there. Then that's when I made the money on Uber Eats. Boy, Josh and Sue. Oh, that's a good week, Josh. Yeah, so I didn't have a really good week last week. This week has been mediocre. Last week, I was off pretty much a lot of the week. I had, if anybody didn't see my video, I had a really good friend that was like a little brother to me, or that is like a little brother to me. He had a horrific car accident, and he was in the hospital, and I spent a lot of time with him in the hospital. He made some choices that he should not have made, and you know, I don't believe being under the influence of any intoxicant and getting behind the wheel is a wise decision, but he rear-ended a semi driving a 23 Volkswagen Jetta, and we're lucky to have him. He got to go home yesterday. Hey, Charlie. Lisa, it could constitute gig work. Soapbox time is over. No, I'm not on a soapbox. I was just saying that you're in and out of cell service. Oh, are you up in the mountains? Are you out there on your hikes? Your talk to text does not want to work right. Well, that's because you have an iPhone, Lisa. Making your way back to civilization. Sometimes it's nice to be away from civilization. Yeah, sports betting is definitely a hustle. And if you're good at it, by all means. But yeah, for those that are just joining, I got these tonight. The loaded taco Doritos. I've been wanting to try them. I've been seeing them in the store. And I thought, well, what's a good time as any to try it? Do it on the live stream with some people watching me. I forgot there was music playing in the background and I had to... I hope none of y'all heard any of that. Take a delivery. Who, me? I'm done for the night, Josh. I do need to get a second device where I can maybe do some videoing and delivery. That would be cool. You're going to kick my butt because you love your iPhone. I love my Android. Just not on Wednesday after I eat my tacos. Yeah. Let's just say after being in the car all day on Wednesdays, I gotta spray the old Febreze yeah. Sometimes I gotta drive home sometimes I gotta drive with the windows down. But we're not going to talk about all that. Yeah, Sue. I speak my mind sometimes a little too much. But hey, whatever comes to my brain is what comes to my brain. I drive around with a mask on after Taco Tuesday? Nah. It's not that bad. I don't drive around with a mask on at all. How's the weather where everybody else lives? Oklahoma decided it was done with spring and we're going to be encountering winter. We've had tornadoes and hail and everything the past few days. And then today it's in the 40s. And then tonight they say it's going to snow. Yeah, Sue, it's like that here. I don't think Mother Nature can make up her mind what she wants to do here. I do know that I was scrolling through Facebook earlier and there's some roads that in my town that are closed because of high water and stuff right now. So I'm hoping one of my back routes that I take going home off the highway is passable because I don't want to go all the way through town and I take a shortcut. But yeah, it's been, I mean, we've had warm and rainy, we've had tornadoes and rainy, we've had hailstorms and rainy. Yesterday morning I couldn't get to it in time, but one of the nights I had to go take the car and go sit at a car wash so that way it didn't get pelted by hail. And then I go back home and then, I thought the storm had passed, which it did. And then another one come through somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I was hearing that was coming with some hail. So back to the car wash and sat in the car I went. And then yesterday morning, I didn't make it out in time. It was too late. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But luckily everything was fine. All my windows were intact and my car don't look like a golf ball. Boy, we're dropping some people out of here. So anyways, how's your week been, Bubba Sue? Have you made any money? Have you done good? Looks like I may have more rain around 11:30. Yeah, Tim, they're talking about rain and then it mixing over to snow. And then they're talking about snow. They're saying that we're going to have about a trace where I'm at. That's what they're saying. I don't know if I'll have any accumulation or not, but I hope not. I don't want it. I hope it goes as fast as it comes. Oh, that sucks to hear, Bubba Sue. Yeah, my week has been okay. It's not like previous weeks but I did enough this week to cover bills. That's about what it did. And paying to have my taxes filed. To find out that Uncle Sam wants my money. So what's going on at your apartment? Why does maintenance got to come and do what they got to do? I think this next week things are going to start leveling out. I was actually kind of shocked today that Uber Eats was the winner as far as orders go. Oh, so I got one today. It was $26 for a total of like 6 miles for me. It was going to be like 3 miles delivery from the restaurant, and I was 3 miles away from the restaurant. And it was from, a fast food burger joint. And I'm like, there's no way that this is going to pay me $26. And I was on Discord, and I was telling Lisa and Tim that I thought that order was stolen or didn't exist or whatever. And when I got to the store, I guess the customer that I was delivering to was on the phone with this place, and they agreed to remake the order for him. So I didn't have to talk to them at all to remake the order. They had gone ahead and agreed to remake it. And then I let that manager lady know that, I was like, I will get his food to him. I said, I'm the man for the job. I said, I do catering deliveries and stuff. And I said, there's times I have $1,000 plus worth of food in my car. So, and then I called the customer myself and let him know that the manager had talked to me and said that she had spoke to him and stuff like that. And I kind of put his mind at ease. And when I got the delivery to him, he was very, 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 very happy and thanked me. And he said, 5-star, man, 5 stars. But I would have still tried to put up a fight for him to get his food. I would have done that. But it's a merchant that I don't go to a lot up here in Tulsa, like I do in my other zone. So they don't really know me from Adam, but I would have tried to make it to where it would happen. They were changing all the locks in your complex and they fired. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a friend and she got a year notice from her apartment complex and she's on a fixed income. that, you know, I guess they were going to make everybody move and demolish the place or something to revamp. I don't know, but come to find out that the housing is not going to give vouchers for that specific complex anymore, and she can't afford to pay full rent. So I'm probably going to be helping her look for applications or figuring something out, helping her get around to where she needs to go to maybe get different applications in and find another place to live, and try and get somebody to help me get her moved. We'll talk about that later, gig-wise. That's personal business I don't put on the internet. So, rent prices are out of control. Yeah, Sue, they are. I was living in an apartment in Tulsa, and it was all fine and dandy where the rent was, but then when they jacked it up, I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. And then I bought my car, and I had to go back to a town that's 45 minutes south and live cheaper, but that's fine. No, Josh, I ain't clapping nothing. Ain't no clapping going on here. But I mean, she is somebody that I look after. She is an ex-girlfriend, and we're still really good friends, and I love her dearly, and she knows it. But yeah, in my older age, I'm not really too much worried about dating, relationships, or anything like that. I just work and go home. Well, I work, stuff my face, and then go home, like I'm gonna do tonight with some meatloaf. That's what I want. But yeah, everything, Sue, everything, it's not just rent. I everything's going up now with, you know, different things going on in the world. Everything's just going up. I got a notification from my storage unit that my price is going up. No, I'm not going to my mom's. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, so the girl that cut my hair, it was funny because I was in there, and if you ever get your oven hooked up, you'll be cooking up some meatloaf. Well, get that oven hooked up, and maybe we can have a meal when I come up there. But yeah, it's just, if I had a place to literally get everything out of my storage, I definitely would. But right now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard spot because I gotta have that. And I don't really want to find a cheaper storage where I live and have to move everything from one unit to another, and I just don't want to do that. So I guess I'm kind of stuck where it's at. But yeah, the girl that cut my hair, I was telling her, she was like, well, what, you know, she was asking me numbers and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know numbers of clippers. I said, I just like it short, cut it. I said, anything's going to look better than this mop on top of my head. Move my stuff to Tim's. Josh, Tim can't even move his own stuff to Tim's. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I need to go get some hair gel because normally I'll spike it up or make it look a little bit better. And in this, I think I'm going to keep this and just trim it. Yeah, I'm going to look like an old man. No, I ain't moving. I don't even want to move to St. Louis. That's a bad city. To hear Tim say, oh, I don't deliver to that area, I don't deliver that area. I'm like, where do you deliver to then? Sophisticated? Okay, well, you live on the outskirts of St. Louis. It's still almost the same thing, in my opinion. Just like Tulsa, Broken Arrow, Catoosa, Owasso. It's all Tulsa. Just have to know where not to deliver to, yeah. But to hear you when you got Uber Eats on or whatever, you're like, I don't deliver to there, I don't deliver here, I don't deliver to there. I'm like, well, where do you deliver to? So he was talking about it. He's trying to find something different. A good gig work area. Well, all I gotta say is where I was today, boy, howdy. And normally I work that area quite a bit. But today, it was booming. The wheels on my car did not quit moving until like when I started, and then I can have lunch with Tim and Pedro once a week. You know what? I'll eat with Tim, but I'm not a big Pedro fan, and I'm not going to get on to here. He does what he does, but I'm not going to bash the guy. You know, he does what he does. And he's good, you know. I'm assuming he's good at what he does. But I'll eat lunch with Tim. I think Tim and I are going to go to a Cardinals and Braves game when I'm up there, because that's what I'm actually going up there for. And to work, and have some mileage deductions this year. Who knows where I'm going to end up this year? Who knows where I'm going to be working at and going places? Drive to Syracuse. You know what? I probably could go up there and do some deliver that. No, I ain't going to sleep on Lisa's couch. And I'm not beneath sleeping in the car. When I was in Lincoln, that's what I did. I slept in the car. I was actually pretty comfortable. Except for when it got down into the 30s. I was having to start the car every so often and turn the heater on. And one night, it got so cold, I left it running all night. It's really windy out here right now. I hear it. Where did I sleep? Well, one night I kicked this driver's seat all the way back, slept in it. The other nights I got curled up in my back seat. Drive to Philly and have some horrible pizza with Josh. Josh finds some good pizza places over there from what he talks about. Yeah, from what I hear, Josh gets some good pizza over there. You know, there's a pizza joint in the Tulsa Metro that I like. It's on the outskirts of the Metro, but there's one inside of it that I really want to try, and I picked up an order from there, and I walked in there, and it smelled amazing. It's called Upper Crust Wood Fire Pizza, and I really want to try that. Uh, I guess they cook their pizzas in a wood fire oven. Oh my God, Tim, pizza. No. Now, Josh, I may have to come to Philly for a cheesesteak. But yeah, a touch more well done. Yeah, I really want to try that upper crust wood fire pizza. That place looks amazing. And Josh, you're a pizza connoisseur, so you ought to look that up and see some of the pictures. I mean, it looks good from what I've seen of it and what I've smelled of it going in there and picking up orders. Now, I tell you what, for some cheap pizza that I like is Cici's. I mean, that's good cheap pizza. Now, to me, it's good for cheap pizza. But real pizza, yeah, I want real pizza. It was funny, Sue, because I was in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I was kind of looking for a place to eat one night, and I really wanted Cici's Pizza, and then I got online on Google, and it said there was one, and I was like, okay. And when I didn't even get to look at the hours or look into it, and I text Charlie, and I was like, dude, I said, there's a Cici's Pizza. I want to go there. And then he fired back with, it's permanently closed, and sent me a screenshot, and I'm like, what? No. I do know when I go to St. Louis, though, I want to have some good barbecue. I want good barbecue. Like, the meat on the ribs will be about that damn thick barbecue. So, yeah, Tim, just know I want good barbecue. Ribs that are that thick with meat. I don't know. Maybe Tim, if Tim can ever figure out his free stove that he went and got, and maybe. With all his culinary running experiences that he used to do. Boy, the wind was shaking his car. Hey, Josh, there ain't nothing wrong with some thickness. Some thickness. Your big gas grill. Yeah, Josh, I am. I've actually quit cigarettes. Those went bye-bye. Yeah, there's been a lot that I've been trying to... There's been a lot that I've been trying to do differently with my life. But one of these days, I mean, I don't want this to be a forever solution, but I would like for it to, you know, just kind of help right now. But even at that point, at some point, I want to kick that. Josh, I think he's been doing, well, I guess sometimes he is, but I mean, he's been going out and doing Spark and Uber Eats. Well, Spark mainly. He went and shopped for some women's pants today. Yeah, he had a really good one on Uber Eats today. Not panties, pants. Yeah, so we were all in Discord. There was me, Tim, and Lisa and stuff, and he got this Spark delivery, and I guess it was a good one that it met his criteria for income, and he looked at it and it was shopping for women's pants. Oh, so I had a really good DoorDash today on Earn by Time, believe it or not, folks. I had to go do a double pickup one customer. And with traffic, everything else, it took me at an hour to do. But one of the tips on there was like $20. The other one was like $5. So I made like $25 in tips plus. So plus the base pay, I ended up making like $44 on one delivery in an hour on DoorDash today. And I had a nothing bundt cake or whatever you call that on DoorDash. It was a large order catering. It didn't go very far either, and I made like 20 something dollars on that one day. Not today, but it was one day earlier in the week, I think it was. I was on Discord with Tim and Lisa. I had to go pick up this big party cake and then a couple other little cakes that go along with that, and then delivered it. So yeah. You did 2 Uber Eats deliveries and made $45.68. I did 7 deliveries and made 80 something. I averaged out $12.06 a delivery today on Uber Eats, which I'm not considering that to be bad at all. But my average, even though I made less on DoorDash, my average per delivery on DoorDash today was higher. You did one Uber for 109 and went home? Yeah. I did not want to come out of the house this morning. My back was hurting. And then I was like, you know, do I even want to do a live stream tonight? Do I want to just work and go home? But I was like, I didn't do one last week because I was spending time with my buddy at the hospital, and then, which I was there pretty much all week. But he got to go home yesterday. And there was a night that I did spend completely the whole entire night at the hospital. Hey, that's not a bad one for 19 miles, $109, but you got the premium, the premier, or whatever you call that, with that Tesla. But shoot, I'd like to do $109 for 19 miles. Yeah, I was literally looking at roadies today. I was like, I could take a long trip, just drive and cruise and go deliver something, but nothing on there was worth a darn. There's some that I've tried to get, 45 miles and stuff that paid decent. And, well, didn't get selected to do it. You're flipping on Uber Eats. You know what? I will take an Uber Eats going anywhere if it's paying me, even if it is out of my way. And I'm like, I'll find money elsewhere. That's the nice thing about these gig apps. If it gets you out of where you want to be, you can find something to get you back where you need to be. Like me, I mean, I've taken some low ones to go 11 miles down the highway going the direction that I was going to be traveling to go home anyway. Brash, I'm doing the ones that I was telling you about. This one here is the strawberry banana one. It's the Foger. And then I've got this one here, the pineapple coconut. That tastes like a pineapple upside down cake. Those are the ones I sent you pictures of. If you need to have pictures again, I'll resend them. I mean, the strawberry banana, it tastes more like a banana pudding with a hint of strawberry. But that pineapple coconut tastes like a pineapple upside down cake, literally. But like this, you'll just have to buy one of the kits. The battery's detachable, and you can detach another cartridge to it. But yeah, now these are my go-to. I like these two flavors, the strawberry banana and the pineapple coconut. I started at 11:30 today, and I think I was done by 6:30. And I made $159.59. So, if anybody wants to do the math and figure that out hourly. After I go eat dinner tonight, I might turn on Uber Eats, see if I can get something in the direction of home. If not, I'll deadhead it. You got your AR up to 4%. I think I'm over 4% now with what I took today. It's at 3% now. I know I'm higher than that. I think I'm at like 6 or 7% on Uber. DoorDash, I'm barely hanging on to 70%. I'll crash that. I don't try to get platinum on DoorDash. It just bounces in and out, in and out. I do a lot of earn by time though, because some of these restaurants are so slow. It's like, I'll just wait on the order, get paid for it. Why not? You're at 68% on Uber? Yeah, not me. But yeah, Brash, let me know if I need to resend you the pictures so you can go check these out for yourself. Rides help that. Especially the rides that he gets being in that Tesla. Because he'll see rides that a lot of people won't see. You have to have a high AR with Premier, or you won't see all of their offers. See, that's the only thing I don't like about these gig apps. They put all these stipulations on you saying, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. No, I'm out here delivering all this food and doing whatever, driving these people around in my vehicle. You're going to be scratching my back. That's how I feel. I'm not big on the whole you have to do this or you get punished. Yeah, the only thing that really made me mad just recently about DoorDash, I called support twice. I had an incident where I was delivering a Papa John's. Well, their GPS took me 5 miles out of the way of where I was supposed to be going. And I called them and I was like, well, I let the customer know, or asked the customer, where exactly are you? And they looked at me on the map and said, oh, I'm only a mile from the place I placed the order from. I said, well, why did, I said, DoorDash took me 5 miles up the highway and back a mile down another road. So I had to drive all that back. But I was letting DoorDash know that, what happened with the GPS system. And because the order was delivered over 15 minutes late by no fault of mine, they gave me a contract violation. I disputed it, and then they didn't accept my dispute. They said that I was at fault. I'm like, yeah, but I had spoke to the customer and support on 2 different occasions to let them know the progress of what was going on, which really sucked. And then the customer handed me, I think it was like a $10 bill cash tip because it did that. And I explained to her it was not my fault. It was the routing on the GPS. And the customer was really nice about it. I mean, very nice about it and understanding. I mean, they could have flipped out on me, but they didn't. which I've had some do. But yeah, that was no fault of mine. Sue, I've had some removed. This is the first one that I have never had, or that I've had, that has stuck. And I'm very, very detailed when it comes to my descriptions when I am submitting those, letting them know what happened at pickup, what was going on the way to delivery. I get there, whatever. And it, always gets accepted. But this one, when I went through and wrote the whole essay, it was not. It was, they was like, oh, no, your contract violation sticks. And then I called support and had not so very nice words with them. Welcome back, Lisa. Now you're back for you and Josh to pick on each other. You haven't had a contract violation in a while? Yeah, like I said, it was that one that I think I was telling you guys about, that one time when I had that pizza delivery, when the GPS took me the wrong direction and then I had to go back out of my way. She was cleaning her knee pads. Gosh. Well, Josh, if it's any consolation, she's only got one catering order tomorrow, and she said she ain't got another one for a while. Josh is so smart. Yeah, Lisa, he does know you pretty well, don't he? Your Zifty phone back business is about to pick up. Oh boy, Josh is going to be catering with Zifty. I haven't heard nothing from Deliver That here in a while. I know Delivered sent me a threatening email once about deactivating me if I didn't take a delivery, that it had been like 30 days. Well, send me something to take. I'll take it. But it's been over 30 days since I did my last delivery with them, and I haven't heard that, they haven't smacked me on the hand yet. Deliver That. I thought you liked Deliver That, Josh. Oh boy, we got a bunch of kids out here revving trucks. I think they're cool. Let's see if I can turn the camera around. I don't know if y'all can see back there, but they got all these lights underneath it and on their tires and everything. Yeah, back there. And they're out there revving them like they're something. They got rid of the tip pull. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss that tip pull. I like that tip pull. A lot of people didn't, but I am one of those that I really did like that. Josh, you're correct with that. I mean, they got to compensate for something they don't have, right? All them lights in the tires and underneath it, and are out there revving them up and jacked way up in the air. But yeah, there's a lot of that energy over there. Definitely not my thing. I appreciate a nice truck, but when you take a good truck and start doing crap like that to them, you haven't seen it delivered in a couple weeks. Hey, she loves her Wegmans though, Josh. She loves them Wegmans. I'm happy for her. Whatever pays the bills. Yeah, I mentioned in another live or on a video one time, I have been on the waiting list for Spark for years, and then Spark sent me a deal that said that they were onboarding drivers in my area. Well, I clicked on the link that they sent me in the text, and guess what? It says they're not looking for drivers in my area. I'm like, well, why did you just send me a text saying, hey, we're looking for you? Come on now. Well, you guys, it is 2 after 9. I'm hungry. I'm fat. I want meatloaf. Cracker Barrel closes at 10, so I'm going to hop on over there. In fact, I may just drive over there on the live stream. It might get a little dark, and then when I get over there, I will end the live. Yeah, Josh, Cracker Barrel. I want meatloaf. And hash brown casserole. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You just started a load of laundry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my laundry done, but unfortunately I gotta haul it to a laundromat, and it's been way too rainy to take my clothes. Maybe I could just throw all my clothes outside with some laundry soap and let the rain wash them. I could do that. Ooh, I parked like a butthole. I need to park straight. There we go. Lisa, he's been working. Yeah, Sue, I want to get an early start tomorrow too. I've been saying it for days, but weather has been. No, it looks like Tim might be taking tomorrow off. If he ain't got catering, he ain't going out. Well, everybody, I'm out of here. Food's calling my name. In fact, I want to, again, go try these. Let me know what y'all think of them. Sunday can be a good spark day, Jason. Well, Tim, it might take you all night and all day tomorrow to do your laundry. You might decide in the morning, oh, I need to do more laundry. We know how you procrastinate. You have one load? Is that what she said? Ooh, you got spark incentives tomorrow? I don't get incentives on jack here. Well, everybody, I am at the Cracker Barrel. I'm going to go in and eat. I'm going to get fat. I'm going to go home and loaf. You're going to try and get up early? I'll get up early. I'll be on Discord tomorrow. You too, Sue. Go get them incentives. And if you want to join us in Discord tomorrow, I'll hop on Tim's in the morning. One of these days, I might weasel work my way back into Lisa's. Right, Lisa? I love everybody. I'll see y'all next Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central. If I don't do a video of something before then, but I might. Well, yeah, I need to start doing an actual video. So, but anyways, I'm out. I'm gonna go eat because, well, ooh, that is calling my name right there. Anyways, I'll see y'all. Love y'all. Yeah, Brash, I'm trying. Like I said earlier, they sent me a notification that they were onboarding drivers in my area, and then when I clicked on that text link, I go in there and they're not accepting. So I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't gotten any more emails from them. I actually called them and talked to them and told them that I want to, that I want to drive and do it. And I know you like Spark since you've been doing it. I watch your videos and your streams. I know. Yeah, and I'm also on a waiting list with Instacart. And I have been like the same amount of time on Instacart and Spark since I've been doing gig work. I've been doing gig work now 3 years. Yeah, I agree. It'll happen. But anyways, everybody, this place closes at 10. It's 9 after 9. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. And I'll resend you a picture of my vape juices, Brash. Yeah, Tim, I think you sent me that link thing on Facebook. I'm going to look and see if it's here. And if so, I'm going to get on it. Yeah, Instacart is garbage lately. You're not the first person I've heard say that. But it's nice to have multiple streams of revenue in your back pocket. In fact, Gators Playground and I were talking today, and he was talking to me about maybe signing up and using my Camry and doing pilot car, travel across the country with oversized loads. And I'm thinking about that. Even if I can do it independent contractor wise, I will do that. I will, Charlie. Hey, you and I ate at Cracker Barrel in Lincoln. Hell, we were sleeping there, so we might as well have went and ate there, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna try and make anybody mad, but yeah, I'll see y'all later. And Charlie, I'll message you. So later, peeps. Oh, I gotta get off, log off. There we go.